The congressional hearing had already been tense from the start, with lawmakers from both sides of the aisle locked in fierce debate over the latest allegations surrounding Donald Trump. Cameras were rolling, reporters were scribbling down notes, and the packed chamber buzzed with anticipation. Jasmine Crockett, known for her razor-sharp wit and no-nonsense demeanor, sat quietly at first, observing as Trump's allies launched into passionate defenses of the former president. For most of the morning, the exchanges had been predictable, talking points rehearsed, interruptions frequent, and tempers running high. But everyone in the room sensed that Crockett was waiting for her moment. And when it came, it landed like a thunderclap. The discussion had shifted to Trump's recent statements that critics claimed undermined democratic norms. One Republican representative praised Trump's leadership, calling him a man of unmatched integrity and patriotism. That was the spark Crockett needed. Leaning forward, her voice steady but laced with conviction, she delivered the line that would echo far beyond the walls of the hearing. If integrity means telling lies until you believe them yourself, then you're right. Donald Trump is unmatched. For a split second, there was silence. The words hung in the air, slicing through the noise like a blade. Then came the reaction. Audible gasps, muffled laughter from her allies, and stunned expressions from the other side of the aisle. Trump's defenders scrambled to respond, but the damage was done. Crockett's remark was more than just a jab. It was a surgical strike, distilling the frustrations of millions into a single, unforgettable sentence. She didn't raise her voice, didn't pound the desk. She simply delivered her words with a calm authority that made them impossible to ignore. The media in the room immediately recognized the headline moment, and phones lit up as reporters typed furiously, eager to be the first to break the story. As the hearing continued, the tone shifted noticeably. Trump's allies became more defensive, their talking points sounding increasingly hollow in the wake of Crockett's verbal blow. Several tried to accuse her of grandstanding, but she met each criticism with the same calm composure, refusing to let the conversation devolve into shouting matches. Her strategy was clear. She wasn't there to drown in the noise, she was there to own the moment. And she had done exactly that. Outside the chamber, the clip began spreading like wildfire across social media. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok lit up with posts replaying Crockett's line on loop, each one racking up thousands of views within minutes. Supporters hailed her as a truth-teller unafraid to call out hypocrisy, while critics accused her of disrespect and partisanship. But even her detractors couldn't deny the impact of her words. Trump's name was trending, but so was hers. By the afternoon, major news outlets were running segments on the exchange. Pundits debated the political consequences, with some arguing that Crockett had delivered a rare moment of clarity in a political landscape dominated by spin. Others warned that such moments, while powerful, often hardened divisions rather than bridging them. Still, there was no denying that she had shifted the day's narrative in a way few could have predicted. Trump himself, true to form, responded on social media later that evening, calling Crockett's comment nasty and typical of the radical left. His statement only fueled the fire, prompting a new wave of online discourse. Crockett, however, remained unfazed. When asked by reporters whether she regretted her words, she simply smiled and said, "The truth doesn't need regret." It was a short answer, but it only reinforced her image as someone who stood firmly by her convictions. In the days that followed, the moment became a rallying cry for Crockett's supporters. T-shirts, memes, and hashtags emerged, all featuring variations of her now famous sentence. Political commentators noted that such moments could define a career, cementing her status as one of the most formidable voices in Congress. For her opponents, it was a reminder that underestimating her could come at a high political cost. The hearing itself faded from the headlines, as these things often do, but Crockett's one-liner lived on, replayed in countless highlight reels and political ads. It became shorthand for a broader frustration felt by many Americans, an ability to cut through the noise with precision and courage. Whether one agreed with her politics or not, it was impossible to deny that she had mastered the art of seizing the moment. By the time the next session of Congress rolled around, everyone knew to expect fireworks whenever Crockett took the microphone. And as the cameras once again focused on her in the crowded chamber, there was an unspoken understanding among all present. Lightning had struck once before, and it could just as easily strike again. But for now, her one sentence, sharp, unapologetic, and unforgettable, remained etched in the political memory of the nation.